did my live the other day, but how much more comfortable I am after doing that live. Because pretending to be something you're not is so damaging to a person, and can be damaging to who you truly are. I'm not really one to come out screaming and raising my voice and curse at people, but some of the comments that I was receiving behind the scenes that weren't on Facebook, some of the messages that I was receiving was very much worse than what I was saying. Much worse than what I was posting. I'm not even going to dignify what those were. But I understand that sometimes it's hard to accept others' opinions, and your belief system is so deep and you're so passionate about what you believe in that you really want people to see and understand why you feel the way you do and why you do the things you do. I get it. I get why you do. But I think what I'm asking for in return is people to do the same for someone like myself, someone that speaks out, that isn't afraid to ask those hard questions. Some of the folks that are that were very vocal towards me on Facebook and behind the scenes, if I still saw you walking down the street, or if you still needed something, I'm going to be there for you. And I just feel that that's where all the difference is. I had a lot of support. Some people were like, I've never seen that side of you before. Some were like, say it louder. But I don't always want to be like that. So a couple reasons why I wanted to do this video. One, there's a lady that did a live last night that I have a great deal of respect for. I met her at the beginning of my journey of starting my business, and she said what I said on Tuesday, but just much nicer. So, was my way wrong? I don't know. I'm not looking for sympathy, and I'm not going to apologize for how I was feeling on Tuesday about some of the nasty things that were being sent to me off Facebook that triggered that video. It's easy to sit behind a keyboard and type things, but it takes someone bigger to actually put a face to it. So for those who support me, I thank you. Those who accept me for who I am, regardless if we believe in the same thing, I appreciate you. And I've received an abundance amount of friend requests since Tuesday. Somebody made a comment, maybe they're trolling you. If they are, they're, it is what it is. I guess I should be flattered what is it? Imitation is the best form of flattery. I don't think that applies. But I should be flattered that people want to hang out with me or check out my page. I have picked up new clients since Tuesday. So I'm excited about that. And I really do want to come to people adding value to your lives, your business, and just everyday things. I'm part of this group that goes out and sprinkles each other with gifts and fun things and surprises each other. It's in the Southport, Oak Island area, and that's a lot of fun. Those are the people that I want to surround myself with. I am sure that there are some that disagree with my thought process or may have disagreed with my post, but it hasn't stopped them from accepting me for who I am, and that means the world to me. So I guess the point of all this is be true to yourself. Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. I've seen that meme several times, and I've used it several times for different things. Not everybody's meant for you. I think I have a Facebook cover profile picture that not everybody's your cup of tea. You're not everybody's cup of tea, and you never will be, and it's okay to be that way. I've had people call me very upset about the new stipulations on the CDC guidelines for returning to school in the fall. And the only thing I have to say about that is, boy, am I not cut out for homeschooling. Never been so thankful to have a 2020 graduate and a 2018 graduate from South Brunswick High School. But my heart hurts for those who it's just not for them, and it's just not for their children. And there's just something wrong with treating our children like prisoners, but yet we're letting our prisoners out because we don't want them to catch COVID. So there needs to be a discussion about that. Am I the one to lead the discussion? Probably not. But somebody needs to open the door and find out why this is okay. You know, is the tax money that we, as working citizens, when we can work, putting into our education system, if it's not going to be used, it's kind of like homeschool parents that are homeschooled before all this. They still pay part of their taxes, still go into the education system, but they don't use it. So now I kind of see where they're coming from. So that's kind of how I feel about that. Now my daughter is going to school for education to be a teacher. I'm curious to see what her thought process is on it. But I imagine that asking kindergartners to keep these masks over their faces hours and hours, and limited social interaction, and not being able to be free to choose where they sit for lunch or who they get to hang out with on the playground. I imagine that's going to have an emotional impact and a mental impact on them. I'm not a doctor, but life experience sheltering kids is just not the way to go. But who am I? Just a mom, 2 kids, been around the world a couple times. But anyway, just wanted to touch base. Wanted everybody to see that I'm not the crazy person that I was on Tuesday. I'm not like that every day. hate to see, I don't have, Racine has a name for her alter ego. Maybe she can help me pick out one for mine, but my alter ego was definitely out on Tuesday. I just wanted people to see that I'm not like that every day. Do I care? Yeah, I mean, I do care. I do care because a lot of you I don't know in person and haven't had the experience to meet me or to see the things that I do and have done for friends, neighbors, our community. And I'm not looking for praise, and I'm not looking for balloons and congratulations and thank yous. But those who brought out the sassiness in me on Tuesday were the same people that were telling me on Facebook how selfish I am. So I'm open to discussing any topic, controversial, whether you consider it controversial. I can't control your feelings or how you think. I'm open to discussion as long as you can act like an adult. But anyway, I appreciate those have reached out to me. Never be afraid to shy away from your beliefs because you're worried that Susie down the street won't like you anymore, or Judy won't invite you to the mom's play group, or you'll be ostracized as you're walking down the street of your small town because, oh, that's her. That's who did that Facebook. I've experienced that. Just ask me, hey, are you Jennifer Cooper? I'm going to say, now I might say maybe, it depends. Was it about that Facebook post you saw? Because I did that to Debbie Prince in Lowe's Foods. And we've since become, I would say friends. So she may not agree, but I would call her a friend. She actually helped me out with a possible real estate transaction, so I'm super excited with that. But, make sure you take the time to get to know the people that you are coming across on social media before you ostracize them for the way they feel about things and why they believe in certain things and why they don't. Alicia Gettings, this just remind me, I'm showing you my roots, make sure you try to get to know people before and understand. That is so important to me, is understanding why people feel the way they do. And knowing when you need to stop that conversation and either move on to another topic, or you just know that that's not something you talk to your friend Cindy about. Whoever Cindy is, I'm just making names up. I had a good friend call me this morning when I first got on the road. It's a shame that we have to put on a front or a fake facade in public so that you don't offend potential clients or shoppers or customers. A business doesn't want to be associated with a person because of their beliefs, or people aren't free. I'm not saying be outright disrespectful while you're at work or you're out in the public grocery shopping or at the vet office or at your doctor's office. But what I'm saying is, don't mess with people's livelihoods just because you didn't find something funny, or you didn't, like the way he or she said a sentence. My heart hurts for for that person, and you know, they told me they're okay, but it's a shame because on your off time, and to okay, so here we go. When you pay me 24 hours a day to represent something, whether it's a business, an activity, etc., then you can tell me what to do when I'm not in the workplace or in the shop or in the whatever. People get, you know, it's almost like if you say something, so-and-so is not going to hire you. And let me tell you, when my parents first moved down to Brunswick County, you talk about a good old boy network. And my daughter says it all the time. Unless you know each other from the womb, you are not accepted around here. I'm not into weekly gab sessions. I don't go to gatherings. I don't host gatherings. It's just not my thing. But just because I don't go to those things doesn't mean that I don't want to get to know you or a group or be invited. It's just really sad that that adults have cliques worse than middle school and high school kids. So, but anyway, feel free to comment, create a dialogue, but remember, it's not just about you. If we were all the same, boy, this world would not be spinning right now. And I respect those who stood up with me on Tuesday and said, exactly, preach. It just shows that some people just need that extra voice, and if I'm that voice for them, I'll be glad to be that way, because one thing I don't like is a bully. So you'll have to find somebody else, because I will take up for what I see is right. Whether we agree it's right or wrong, I'm always going to be more respectful than the way I was treated behind the scenes from messages that I received from people on Facebook. Some very cruel stuff. So I'm just going to pray for those, and I just wanted to come to people that normally network with me and have never seen that side of me. Cindy, my eyebrows were going all crazy. Cindy told me, Cindy Crawford from Redbox Plus, not the DVD company, the portable toilet roll-off container. I think I got that right, Cindy. They've never seen me like that before, and she's never seen me act like that before. So I just wanted to come and let you guys know I'm not totally crazy. I just had a day where I needed to get it all off my chest, and I wanted to come back, and I'm not ready to move on. Have a great day, guys. See you later.